Hey, it's your girl Priscilla J, the co-host of We Lit Wednesday with Accomplice, the #1 hip-hop radio station on the KNON Now app. So for tonight, our bosses will be having a drink. Tonight, our guest, Tien, the owner of Matrixxx, will be having Belvedere. I already went ahead and poured in that liquor. He's going to be having that Belvedere with Red Bull, sugar-free Red Bull, you know. Just going to top that off. And then Accomplice, he likes tequila. So we're going to be having tequila, this one right here. What is it? Don Julio. And then with some orange juice. And a splash of Sprite on that. Ooh. Make sure you guys stay tuned for all the gems that our bosses will be dropping tonight on Boss Talk.
Yeah. Boss shit. You know what fucking time it is, man. It's grind time. No days off.
Hey, V.
Bosses only, ain't no middlemen allowed. I'm setting trends while you following the crowd. My shit loud, your shit ain't making a sense. Bitch, I came up just by staying down.
What's up, world? It's your boy Accomplice right here, man. Boss Talk, We Lit Wednesday, High Rollers INC, CODENT. I'm right here with business. Actually, go ahead and state your name, state your business, my brother.
I'm Cien. I'm the owner of Club Matrixxx, gentleman's club at the clubhouse.
Man, and really that is something to say. I've known this man. Man, how long we been friends?
About 20 years.
About 20 years. And the reason why I had him as the first guest is because his story is so phenomenal. I really think if our younger selves could see this, it would just dramatically change. And anybody that's out there listening, this show is really about two people from the trenches, from somewhere that you wouldn't believe we would make it out of. And just to be where we're at, I mean, I want to give a hand to you, my brother. I want to say thank you for coming on my show.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for being my first guest. And so like, on the come up, what was your first vehicle? Like when you were young, what was the first whip that young Cien had?
It was a Plymouth Breeze.
I don't even know what the hell it is.
It was like a Dodge Stratus, but it was the off-brand.
Rimmed up or no?
Eventually, you know. From the streets of Pleasant Grove, man. You cannot have rims.
Shout out to Grove one time. So, I know your story. So you went to prison. How long were you locked up?
2 years.
Okay, and after being incarcerated, like how long did it take, would you ballpark think, to get back on what you think is stable ground? But you know, we're locked up, we're in that hole. How long do you think it took you to be on?
Well, when I was locked up, a few things happened to me. In regards to, my son was born while I was locked up, so I made a lot of promises to myself. And yeah, she was pregnant whenever they came and got me.
That's hard.
Yeah, that was rough on the soul.
Some people don't bounce back from that.
Oh, no.
Bosses do.
As far as I know, I'm the only one out of the people that got released with me that actually didn't go back.
Man, and you know what? It is a generational and statistical fact that most people who aren't incarcerated are repeat offenders. So I do want to salute you, and that says a lot about your, you know.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, you know, we just try to handle business the way we need to as man.
Fact. That's some Boss Talk gems right there, man. Soak it in. We're going to be dropping gems all through the show. So your son's born. You're incarcerated.
Well, he wasn't just born.
Impressed.
He was born premature. My son could fit in your hand when he was born.
Romeo?
Yeah, Romeo.
Taller than me?
Yes. And I see. Yeah, he's not a real tall man. So,
so Romeo, okay, and you're hearing all this knowledge incarcerated.
Yeah, I remember whenever I was told when she went into labor, she was 7 months pregnant. And as I said, my son was born less than a pound. He was in incubators for months on end, and I had to sit there and not be able to do anything because when he was born, about 5 days before he was born, I was transferred to a unit, so they took away my phone. And
What unit was that?
First unit, of course, that'd be Gurney. You know, that's your
the
diagnostic unit. Yeah. So, but they take away your phone privileges and all this stuff. You don't have a chance. So.
Oh, so you're ag. You're on.
Yeah, I was there, and it is the way it is, right? You play the game, you got to do the time.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, and that's the thing about the street code. And it's sad that, you know, when you play the game, you understand the rules. Not everybody plays by the rules. I know you motherfuckers out there.
Right.
But I do salute a man that does. And, you know, I do commend it. And I've known you've always stood 10 toes down for as long as I've known you. Actually, it's crazy because when I first met you, all you had was a motorcycle. I'd have to pick you up because when it rained, you couldn't hit the club. And this
That's
man,
right.
as you see, he owns a club now. He was about being at that club now. So,
Well, yeah, you know, when me and the ex-wife split up, I had nothing in the bank. She had the car. She couldn't ride the motorcycle, so I ended up with the motorcycle, and I had the set of clothes that I had on me because our breakup was pretty dramatic. It wasn't like an easy.
together after release?
After release, yes, we stayed together about a year, and then as time progressed, I mean, when you get married young, you grow apart.
But the thing is you say Romeo, that's your second son. So Destiny was born before Carson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was my little chunky baby, man. That was my little road dog for. Yeah, she was being her real thick since birth, and that one really hurt too. Because when I was picked up, it wasn't that I got pulled over. I got my door kicked in. You know, they came in and got me. Yeah, so it was just me and her at the house, and thankfully my dad was down the street able to come get her and stuff like this. So it kind of saved us a lot of grief. But that being said, you know, yeah, no, that whole thing destroyed me, man. When they come in and come visit me, it was just I put on a fake smile. But you know how it is when you're locked up. You know, you just got to play the part and send them away on flowers, thinking everything's gonna be okay. But deep down inside, you're dying.
You smile on the outside, but interiorly, you're just slowly, you know, and that's one thing I can say. And all my people out there, all my boss, another gym is no matter what you're going through, just try to stand firm, stand tall, and know that, you know, rain, those are just clouds are going to pass by. So that's one thing.
You also want to put on a certain level of I got this, because nobody wants to mess with somebody that's depressed or worried about your next movements. They want to know that you got it. That way they can trust what you're doing. You know what I mean?
And that's one thing I can honestly say about you. So is that something you told yourself, like a less fortunate you know, more not financially stable you, broken you just said, I got this continually until you actually got it?
That part. You will it into existence.
Manifest it.
You damn right. And I'm the king of manifesting.
He actually is. From someone who didn't have the range of vehicles, which I would make fun of, this man had one pair of shoes. He was the guy that would buy one pair of shoes for the year, you know, the all-white cases that go with every outfit. And now this man has a room full of shoes. Like,
And let's not get ourselves. Accomplice would take he would not, bar none, to mess with me about having my cracked shoes.
hey, I had to get his swag up. Sometimes you say jokes, but you really try to cut into them so that, you know, you can stand the gate. But that's one thing is it's not how someone says something to you. You could take it as an insult or you could take it as inspiration. Same thing as you see another successful man. You can either hate on him for what he's got, or you could be inspired. And that's another gem that we want to tell you young bosses out there. Quit being fucking haters. You need to be inspired by what this man has got going on, what I have going on. Even the man behind the camera, K-Fac Films, who I think is the #1 shooter in Texas. So with that, I do it. I mean, that's something you pretty much tell yourself daily. Like, do you take that in the business world? The business you have, it's a gentleman's club.
Yes.
What separates Matrixxx from any other gentleman's club?
Oh, it's got to be the artistic vision of it all. We try to bring in the hip-hop culture, which a lot of people have a lot of issues with the hip-hop culture. For some reason, they believe it perpetuates the violence of it all. Walking into my club is pure security. I mean, I got armed guards. I pay a lot in armed security.
We have fun to be safe.
That part, we ain't trying to get shot in the face. We ain't trying to do none of that. The point is to be able to walk in and know that you're okay. And the worst thing you got to worry about is somebody having an attitude. And then, of course, I have floor hosts that pay attention to this all the time. All right. But you walk through a metal detector. You are warned if you're still setting it off, then you're a hand search. It's a little evasive, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, a couple of nights ago, we stopped 3 guns from coming in because of this search.
Because a lot of these hip-hop facilities, you hear time and time of a shooting inside or in the parking lot, or, you know, so would you say it's pretty much artistic vision and the way that you conduct security there.
That has a lot to do with it. I think that has a lot to do with it. This industry is saturated with, and don't get me wrong, a lot of these clubs are really trying, but I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Some people are going above and beyond. Like, why would you need to be the only guy in the club with a gun? I've never understood this way of thinking. So they go above and beyond. So we have to be a little evasive. And I mean, I know other clubs in this industry, man. They really put their effort into it. I mean, it's not even the sexually oriented businesses. It's everywhere. I mean, it's
absolutely, even just a regular club. You know, me working at the clubs, but I don't necessarily blame the establishment. I blame who they hire. They just hire Joe Schmo who don't care and don't really. But I've noticed at your club, like I say, artistic vision, because you try to hire who you think fits that role.
That's right.
The floor management and it's BYOB.
It is BYOB. And we do try to keep the prices within reason, of course, the mixers, things of this sort. We do not supply alcohol, of course. So whenever you're coming, please, by all means, bring your beer and your alcohol yourself. But at the same time, guys, you know, we want the best for everybody involved. We want to protect our entertainers. We want to protect our staff. We want to protect our managers. We want to protect everybody involved. And, you know, not everything can be stopped, but we have yet to have an incident in my club.
Yeah, you can't stop the fight, but at least it's just a fight.
Yeah, the fight.
You know, that's it. Really, you want an entertaining place that plays hip hop, where you can have a bachelor party.
That's right.
You can have a birthday party or graduation celebration. Because sometimes you have gentlemen out there who may not be as fly as yours truly or
I appreciate that.
my brother, and you want that female presence. And so, how are the girls there? Because that's probably the first thought when they think Joe.
Oh my God!
Bring
Like,
a few with you? Or?
oh, we did bring.
Okay.
I know we did. We brought a few with us today.
There's something back in the back because I heard Priscilla J back there. Are they here today? Can we bring the girls back here by chance, Priscilla? The Matrixxx girls? You want to introduce them for me?
I do. The first one that we're bringing out, her name is Celeste. She is one of our waitresses. She's, as you can tell, very lovely. She's done quite a few waitressing jobs in the past and things of this sort, so she's well versed on how to serve a table. We always try to conduct ourselves with a certain decorum. Mm-hmm. All right, all our women are. We do put them through a little bit of training. We do try to make sure that they have this covered. Make sure that you don't go without.
So with you being the owner of that training, is that you saying this is how I want you to talk to your customers, or is there like a guideline?
Well, there's an etiquette to it all. So, I mean, the fact is, how do you get best service if not everybody is caught up to the way we want things done?
Absolutely.
All right. And Celeste here is actually extremely good at this. We're very proud to have her on the team.
A1 customer service. All right, Celeste. And who else did you bring with you, my brother?
Well, the next one that we have coming out, her name is Sophia Peach. She's an entertainer. She's a contracted entertainer with our club. Miss Sophia Peach has been around for a little bit in different clubs, things like this, but she's also one that we considered a featured entertainer.
Oh, so you drafted Sophia.
I wouldn't say drafted Sophia. Once again, all the entertainers.
Works with the best, you come to me.
That's part. But no, I didn't have to draft her. Sophia is, I mean, she knows the winning side of things. So she knows where to go to be the best that she can be.
That's one thing I noticed when you opened up your club. You actually opened, it was previously owned by rock band.
It was built by a rock band, Pantera. That's right. And they still got it. We in our storage closet, we have a Dimebag Darrell's signature on the wall that I refuse to paint.
Legendary, historical. Shout out to that. And
which also makes one of our stages one of the largest in Texas as well. Our main stage is one of the largest in Texas.
Your main stage?
Our main stage is one of the largest in Texas due to the fact that it was built for them to be able to put on shows in their own club.
Oh, wow. Is that one of the way you intend on going with it?
Well, I do plan on putting on shows here and there. I do. And it's not just going to be doing that. I mean, we're going to give everybody the opportunity whenever it's time. We try to stick to as many A-listers as we humanly can because, I mean, I don't want karaoke on my stage. That's right. So we want it to be worth your time coming in and worth our time doing it. So with women running around like you see Sophia Peach back here, beautiful. Look at that smile on her. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. But just do our best to make sure everybody is handled the way they need to be handled. We have Miss Princess. She's also another one of our waitresses. Princess also, once again, has worked in the industry for a long time. She's actually sporting the Matrixxx shirt.
Oh, the Matrixxx attire.
That's right. That's right.
We'll have it behind us, the Matrixxx logo. So that way it's easier for y'all out there, our audience, to find it on social media, on Google, on the maps anyway, because we definitely, if you're in the 214 area code, 469-972-817, Club Matrixxx, definitely a must visit. And from what I understand, you are the only independent and biggest in Texas right now. Is that correct?
I do believe, and I do not want to call this as fact, but I do believe I am the largest independently gentleman's club in Texas at this moment. I may be incorrect. I do know that we are the largest independently owned in Dallas-Fort Worth. That is for sure. Which is something that's kind of a boast for me. You know, I kind of grew up going to strip clubs. I enjoy sit-down service. You know.
That's definitely something to applaud because, like I said, I know your story. And just from the little summary that you've told the audience that's listening, you out there, whether you've been to prison or you've been in a predicament where you feel that the odds are against you, you too can overcome. And I'm literally sitting with a man who is also offering opportunities for not only women, but also other managerial staff, security. It's just, when you become a boss, you can really help out other people. And I think becoming a boss is how you spread the blessing.
Well, there's also something else we do that we didn't bring up. We bring in a different food vendor every night. Smaller businesses. We try to help out the smaller business. So every night, for the most, that's right. Hibachi night. That's what I'm saying. With our burgers, this guy does the burgers. Wow.
And these are independent vendors?
These are independent vendors. As long as they're certified by the health department, then I give them a shot.
Dogs and cats out there.
Yeah, this work, right? But I guarantee you, when you taste our food, you will see the difference. That's for sure.
That's super dope. Ladies and gentlemen, Boss Talk with my brother Sin. And let me see if I ran through all the questions here. So, now that you're in the boss status, boss certified, the day-to-day, do you still need that hunger to do what you do?
Oh, no, we're in the beginning stages on. I mean, the Matrixxx has only been open for a month. It's everyday work. Everyday work.
Opening was what,
Cinco de Mayo's grand opening, yes. And the circulation of money that night was amazing. The city came out and showed out. You know, I've been coming to clubs for a very long time. I usually show up to a club whenever it's just beginning, just to put my foot in the door. You know, I like, you know me, even when I had cracked shoes, I wasn't waiting in line. So that is a fact. But that being said, I mean, I showed up, they showed out for me in return. It was a beautiful thing. We're steadily doing it. Like Wednesday is one of our more popular nights because we're half off entry. Yeah, Wednesday at night. Usually we're $20 entry. Yeah, Wednesday night, which is tonight. We will actually be out in the city. We do promos as well. Like, you will catch us out in the city. We are on Instagram.
That because you're not just at your establishment, you're actually bringing money to other establishments. Turn when their hours close down, they can, you know, their staff, the bartenders, you know, the whole industry, civilization can really just.
And I believe in tips. Like, you got to take care of one another, especially in the service industry. Yeah. And let's not kid ourselves. At the end of the day, this is a service industry. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we all try to take care of our business. We try to show love to others that show love to us, especially. You may know him himself, DJ Hardbox. Been a very big supporter. Been a very big supporter of us. Been showing a lot of loves, taking us to certain places, things like this. Just showing our, it's work and it's play at the same time, which is fun about this job.
Yeah, and you know, being a boss, they say if you do what you love, you never have to work a day in your life. So, and really, this show, Boss Talk.
I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt. Yeah, no, it's still work. It's still work, believe me.
So you're at the beginning stages.
Yes.
So right now, audience, I need y'all, like I said, in the area code of the 214-469-972, you need to come by because we need to support independent owners. We need to support people who strive on actually quality over quantity. And I think as long as we stick to that, we'll see further bosses start being inspired by your story, being inspired.
Well, I'm going to tell you just like this. Not everybody, and it's not born overnight. It takes work. See, my thing is when you deal with me, my word is like a written contract. Everybody knows what they can depend on me. Yes, everything I say, I will either do or break my back doing. That's your integrity of your word is everything. That is the reason these opportunities present themselves to me.
Integrity of your word is everything.
Integrity of, I mean, it's, Cien means 100. And I didn't get that name because I have a $100 bill tattooed on my neck. The $100 bill came later. It's because everything that come out of my mouth. I'm a little too unfiltered for most people, but I'd rather be a little too much than not enough.
Yeah, I remember you were gaining weight and became a 10. Nice back to it. No, but I can't vouch for that. Your word, your morals, everything. Being a man of your word, especially coming up from where we're from, when you come from the treasure, sometimes that's all you have. So you really need to value it. Club Matrixxx, Gentlemen's Club. What's the address?
It is Lord have mercy, 10757 Goodnight Lane, Dallas, Texas. We are located
757 Goodnight Lane.
10757 Goodnight Lane. Exit is Manana and 35. So that's how you get to us, or Walnut Hill and 35, depending on which direction you're coming from. But we are right there in the middle of the what we call Strip Club Alley.
And even if you want to go every night just for a bite to eat and a little bit of entertainment whenever you get off of work, so the hours of operation, is this just a after hour or?
Oh no. No, we always tend to get a little busier, just like most BYOBs, about 2 o'clock. This is true, but we are open from Sunday through Thursday from 11 to 5 a.m. All right, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we open from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. Now, we are all going to eventually shift up. As I said, we're real new, so we're trying to make sure we're giving the best quality service. Yeah, absolutely. So we are making sure that these times are mapped out so we can extend. Eventually, we'll be open at 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, so people can have their dinner there, they can have their entertainment. And so with it being BYOB, I mean, they're pouring their own drinks.
They pour their own drinks. We do supply the mixers, things of this sort, the waters.
Money for entrance, great food, and the type of entertainment that they plan on enjoying. So you can have the time of your life, or you can go in there on a cool night and just kick back with some good music.
That's right.
Great shit.
We are also not pure hip-hop either anymore. We're changing up the genre a little bit. We find that pure trap is a little depressing at the end of it. I mean, we want something with a high beat per minute, but we want something that'll keep you alive. That part, yeah. So we're changing the format.
So it's based on just having a good time.
It's everything about this industry. All right. It comes from even the male host or the female host, because to be honest with you, we don't just have male floor hosts. We have female floor hosts as well. They're not as common in this industry, but they do exist, and I do believe they are a good aspect of this industry. We also, as far as your quality of being sat down, make sure you're safe, but then we switch over to when we get to the servers, the bartenders, things of this sort. We try to make sure that it's prompt. We make sure that we have enough. All right, that's a big problem, especially when you get a little busy. If you don't have enough waitresses, then all of a sudden you're irritated because you can't get a cup of ice with some pineapple juice. Yeah, I gotta go now. See, that's one thing we expect them to be on point.
And I think customer service really, really matters in the industry that you're in, and I really think that's what's going to make Club Matrixxx a great place for all of our audience out there. We want to support independent business owners who are from places that we're from. We all want to graduate to the boss status. That's what this show's about. If you have a brand out there and you want to come sit down, like my brother came down and sat with me, and we've been talking about it. Maybe you have a testimonial story that you want to say. This is Boss Talk right here. We appreciate y'all ladies coming by. Hopefully everybody will come join us at Club Matrixxx. They just opened, so they really need your support.
We are 7 days a week. Do not forget.
7 days a week. This is Boss Talk right here, man. The big boss Accomplice. Seeing Matrixxx, ladies. We'll see you at Club Matrixxx. We out.
Yeah. Boss shit. You know what fucking time it is, man. It's grind time. No days off.
Hey, V.
Realness. Bosses only, ain't no middlemen allowed. I'm setting trends while you following the crowd. My shit loud, your shit ain't making a sound. Bitch, I came up just by staying down.
We're the Matrixx girls. On to the end. We're open 7 days a week, all the way till 5 in the morning. From my agent,